So I'm not going to play this whole thing. I'm going to play the beginning part. This is from yesterday. Okay. And I'm going to summarize the full version of it, the rest of it, because I don't want to bore you guys with 5 minutes of translation.
And can you remind everyone who this is?
Oh, this is Ghalibaf. The most, I guess, but yeah, this is Ghalibaf. Okay, he's basically the face of the Islamic Republic right now. Right? That's all. That's
all I'm going to say. Currently the most powerful man. Yeah.
Currently the most. Yes. Okay. For now. You know what? I'm not going to play it. I don't want to bore you guys listening to this guy. He comes out and says that the Islamic Republic has 4 parts, 4 segments right now. And Ali, 3 of those segments are exactly matches my. So guys, I came out with a categorization of the Islamic Republic, 4 segments. And I've been talking about that for months now. And now Ghalibaf just yesterday came out and said the Islamic Republic has 4 segments. And 3 of his segments matches mine. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, hey, Ghalibaf, are you watching my Persian shows?
What if he does watch your show?
No. let me play a little bit of it.
برادر عزیز، حالا من بحث فردی ندارم.
So, reminder to people, I've said the Islamic Republic has 4 segments: the turbans, the boots, the streets, and the suits. The turban is the office of the supreme leadership. The boots is the IRGC. The suits is the negotiation facing track, which is Ghalibaf, Araghchi, and Pezeshkian. And the streets is the Paydari camp, the ideological pressure camp, the people who are in the streets constantly chanting against the MOU and the negotiations, right?
Wait, so which one did you miss?
Which one? I mean, he's wrong. I'm right about the 4 segment, but let's see. Yeah, which one do you think he switched? So he did 4 segments as well, but
was it the suits?
No, but he's the suits. Why he would take that? So
I don't know.
Let's listen to it.
ما 4 تا جبهه داریم. این 4 جبهه باید توامان با هم کار کنن. 4 تا میدان داریم. با من توی مصاحبه گفتم دوستان.
So you're saying there's 4 fronts that we have. All of these 4 fronts need to be working with each other.
اینا رو از هم جدا نکنیم.
Like don't separate these from each other. Make them work with each other.
جدا کردن اینا از هم یعنی ایران رو ضعیف کنیم. ایران قوی نمیشه.
If we separate these from each other, we will weaken Iran. Iran would not be strong if we separate them from each other.
میدان نظامی ما یک میدانه.
میدان نظامی. So that's the boots. The armed forces.
میدان دیپلماسی ما یک میدانه.
The diplomacy. So that's the suits himself, yes.
میدان خدمت هم میدانه.
میدان خدمت, that's the government. That's Pezeshkian. That's the people, that's the executive branch. The people.
Oh, he's saying that's the 3rd one?
That's the 3rd one, yes. So he basically separated Pezeshkian from himself.
Oh.
Okay. So he's saying the service sector, basically.
خیابان هم میدانه.
Khiyaban, the streets. He even called it the same name and I gave it. The streets. So he didn't give any segments to the supreme leadership, right?
Yeah.
So I guess that, yeah.
That's good. That's a good find. I didn't listen to the whole thing. I didn't listen to that part. That's great. Guys, again, we tell you, Ghalibaf's plan is to rise above in chaos. Chaos is a ladder for him. He's the only one who's been planning for decades, hated Khamenei, and wanted to be the number one. Right now, he's pulling everyone down so that he has a chance to get up. And he's turning on his friends. He's turning on his. He's just game of Durka. Game of Durka.
But aren't you impressed? Because this is like what I've been saying for months, and he's copying me.
I can't believe he said it. He just straight up said it.
Yeah, it's like he's even using my term. Look at this. When you say this is exactly what Armin said, started saying, "Holy shit, Armin!" And Fine started saying, "Armin, we keep telling you, stop giving intel to them."
He watches you.
No.
You're helping them.
Stop helping them, Armin. You know, it's actually crazy because on the Persian show we cover so many things that I say, so like this is actually more crazy than you guys think. On the Persian show, I keep saying we go into a lot more details there, right? I keep saying if I was the Islamic Republic, this is what I would do right now. And then 1 week after, it's exactly what they do, like every goddamn time. And there's so many people in the chat like, Armin, they're watching you. Stop helping them. I hope they're joking, but yeah.
I mean, we tell you that Armin tells you guys that if he was in charge of the Islamic Republic, they would never have fallen into this bad position. You should believe him. You should believe him.
I overthrow Armin. No, I keep pointing to the camera on the Persian show. And I say like to the Durka Jadi people, and I say بچه ارزشی میدونی هیچ جا این تحلیل ها رو هیچ جا اینجوری برای تحلیل نمیکنن، هیچ جا اینجوری برای تحلیل نمیکنن، نه رائفی پور، نه ثابتی، نه نبویان، به هیچ کی نمیتونی اعتماد بکنی. برنامه منه که بهترین تحلیل رو برات داره. بیا اینجا بشین برنامه من. میدونم هرس میخوری که من ضدتم، ولی بیا برنامه من نگاه بکن. I keep telling them that even if you're a jihadi Dorka, you know, pro-regime person, I keep telling them that I challenge them. Who analyzes your own regime better than my show on the Persian channel? Like, you know, I know you hate me, but if you want to learn anything about your regime, your own government, you have to come and listen to my show. Nobody else on your side will tell you this. By the way, I'm not going to play the rest of it, Ali, but the rest of it is actually a lot more important because he then goes on and says, and here's the thing, he says something that every analyst on the Persian side got wrong. Everybody got it wrong, like including Murad Vaisi, you know, all the channels got it wrong. And I told everybody what's actually happening. And then as soon as I said it, they got what happened, right? So the rest of the
breaking news.
Okay, let's go breaking news. I'll talk about
No, you should tell us first. You should tell us first.
So he goes on and tells everybody that when Khamenei was killed, they had a plan to come out and give the news. I'll summarize it.
Right.
That Khamenei is dead. Yeah, but that's not the important. So and then the foreign media already announced it, so they were forced to come announce it in a way that they didn't want to. And then he said, because of that, we had to plan how to respond to what could happen after. And he says that he found a way to get people into the streets to come and occupy the streets to basically push back about what could have happened, right? And he said he did that, right? And what people thought was happening was that he was basically trying to show how he managed to win in a very difficult situation, how he managed to overcome a very difficult situation to brag about how effective he is. And many Iranian people, anti-regime Iranians, were making fun of him of how chaotic everything was. You're like, oh, you came out and bragged about how you managed to do things in that chaotic situation. But the details that he provided regarding what was happening showed that everything is all over the place, and the Islamic Republic is not coordinated, everything is so unorganized. And they were making fun of Ghalibaf for actually being weak and exposing how unorganized the Islamic Republic is. That was the analysis. But I think people misunderstood what Ghalibaf was trying to do. And I explained it. And as soon as I said it, everybody was like, in the chat was like, oh my God, you're so right, Armin. What do you think what he was trying to do? Because people misread what Ghalibaf was trying to do. Do you know what he was trying to do?
I have a guess, but tell us.
He was trying to say, mother tuckers, I did the streets. I started the streets. So because the streets, people think that his audience are people like us, to basically him showing that, look at me, I could do this. But his audience was the Paydari camp, the people who are using the streets as leverage against the negotiation facing track. The ideological pressure camp has now turned the streets in Iran into a pressure point against the negotiation facing track. It's basically the streets against the suits. So he's trying to claim credit for starting the streets. He's like, that was my thing. I did that. I saved Iran by coming up with this process of filling the streets to push back against the potential uprising right after Khamenei died. When Khamenei died, so many Iranian people thought that this is over, that they might have come into the streets and do an uprising against the regime, and I filled the streets. So you are using the streets against me to point, the Paydari camp is using that as leverage, but that was my idea to begin with. To make it easier to understand for maybe Americans who are watching this, it's somewhat similar to some people saying MAGA has turned against Trump, and Trump coming out and saying MAGA is Trump. I did MAGA. MAGA can't be anti-Trump because I define what MAGA is. So it's similar to that. Ghalibaf is saying that I did the streets. The streets is my thing. How could the streets be against me? There would not be anybody in the streets if I didn't came up with that idea. That's what was happening. So that was it. You understand?
I understand. That sounds like he's frustrated.
Look, he is watching us. So
wow, now that Ghalibaf, we didn't, anyway.
Yes.
Wait, so that sounds like to me like the most powerful man in the Islamic Republic is frustrated right now. It looks like there's a roadblock in his way, and he's saying that because he's frustrated.
Yes, he's like, just because he has the upper hand doesn't mean he has complete control. He absolutely does not have complete control. He might have the upper hand temporarily, and he knows it's temporary.
True.
My name is Armin Navabi. I'm an Iranian political analyst with decades of experience fighting the Islamic regime inside and outside of Iran. Make sure you follow me for more, and also make sure you join our discussion group. I'm there almost every single day. Come talk to me there and the rest of the people there in our group calls. It's a great place to meet and talk to people who like talking about politics. The link is in the description and or in the bio. You could also get there by scanning the QR code on the screen. See you there.